artists together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
Good evening and welcome to the MooCamp Radio Show here on Seclo Sounds. We're the MK Dons radio show that does for the MK Dons what Ebola does for African tourism. It raises awareness, that's certainly true, but in the long run, it's probably counterproductive. We're going to start off the show this week by saying that this, I can't remember who asked for this, someone did ask for this somewhere out in the world, but this, just to show we listen to you, this is the Undertones. You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show on Seclo Sounds. That was the Undertones and it was rather sexy, I'm sure you'll agree. We're the show that this week was described by none other than MK Don Supporters Association Chairman Adam Faiers as being the only way I'm ever going to get on the radio without being asked about the move.
It's true.
I'm Brando, the man who this week was described as being not welcome here, get out. But I guess that's family for you. Hi. I'm also joined by the man who this week was described as being more musically evolved than a small white shrew with a limp that's listened to a couple of early 1970s Top the Pops. Say hi, modders.
Good evening, bonsoir from the Great British Jury.
I'm joined by the man who this week broke new ground in terms of chat-up lines by asking for girls to get in touch with him to help him with his homework. Say hi, young Albie.
Shona from Bletchley, you were great help. Hello, everybody.
Yes, we'll talk about her later on, possibly. And claiming the fourth seat as his own, even though we're making him share it this week, we have the man for whom the phrase monochrome rainbow was invented. Say hi, Jez.
Good evening. Before we go any further...
Go on, do it. Do your thing.
I would just
do you want a musical accompaniment for this or not?
Yeah.
That or something different?
I'm easy, mate.
We'll go with that.
That's
okay.
fine.
It gets
like
proper,
that.
that's a proper MooCamp
yeah.
album. Go on.
I should have given you a bit of a head up for it. I'd like to give, as us disc jockeys, Brando, to say a big shout out to a very close friend of mine,
Woo-hoo.
Dr. Ian Stewart. Doctor, mind you.
Doctor.
Or, as I like to call him, Stewarty. So, good evening, Stewarty. I know you're listening.
Excellent. And if any of you don't believe that Mr. Jers has friends who are doctors, then please let us know.
He's not a medical doctor.
Okay.
I'll go that far.
That's fair enough. Okay, we also have a special guest this week. I'm delighted to announce that we are joined by none other than Don Cycling Supremo and Chairman of the Supporters Association, Mr. Adam Faiers. Say hi, Adam.
Good evening, everyone.
And what a delicious lineup we've got this week. If I hadn't already seen the script, I'd be really looking forward to the show. But as it is, just like Peter Capaldi, when friends are saying, it's never going to happen, Peter, what you think is important to us. So, Modders, can you tell people how they can get in touch with us, please?
I can indeed. You can contact us by singing a lie-die diddly-die, a lie-lie lawn, a lie-die diddly-die, I'm a leprechaun, in a really dodgy Irish accent, by polishing your shoes so much you can see your face in them, or by arranging beautiful flowers in a beautiful way that makes them look so beautiful that it's beautiful. Alternatively, you can use rather more conventional methods.
But less beautiful.
You can contact us on Facebook, and we're at facebook.com/the MooCamp. You can tweet us, and we are at the MooCamp, but we're using the hashtag the MooCamp during the show. You can email us at radio@moocamp.com. You can text 80085, but remember to start your message with Colin. I never said his name was Colin, or else it won't reach us. Or you can text direct to the studio on 07848 930 396.
Right, what's in this week's show? I hear no one shouting out very loudly.
Could you tell us what's in this week's show, please?
Funnily enough, I could.
Thank you.
Coming up this week, we've got Chair of the MKDSA, the aforementioned delightful Mr. Adam Faiers.
Well, hang on a second. Say that once more.
Okay, start again.
Do on. Just do.
Coming up, the whole thing or just that last
Just
bit?
that last bit.
Last bit. The delightful Mr. Adam Faiers.
Here we go.
I'll say it again if you like.
It's all about the timing.
It is, yeah. We've also got our thoughts on the upcoming... Right, you're getting on my nerves now, I got to be honest.
Just relax. Come on, everything's all right.
We've got our thoughts... Right, Adler was about to see.
I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. Thanks very much for listening.
Right, we've got our thoughts on the upcoming Orient match. We take a look at Kingston Logic and generally have fun while we're doing it. That's us having the fun, not you listeners.
Okay, that sounds absolutely right. It's the way it should be.
Right, this just in. Following in his appearance on Sky Sports as a pundit on Saturday, Carl Robbo Robinson has decided his future now lies in presenting. Being able to scream off of camera just to make the camera look at him, and being able to describe a move that leads to absolutely nothing in such a beautiful parlance, much desired traits, and it's expected that an offer to fill Bruno Tonioli's position on Dancing on Ice will soon be on the cards. When this suggestion was mooted to Robbo, all he could say was spiral, arabesque, fluts and lasso lift. Do I get the job? More on this when we've worked out what on earth he's talking about.
It's time for the question of the week.
Yes, indeed. The question of the week this week was, what is your biggest gripe about the Stadium:MK match day experience? We're going to be sharing out your answer. We're going to be telling you what you've told us already, but sharing it wider so that other people know about it throughout the show. But here's a few to be getting along with. Carl from MK1 says the defence. Sheila from Netherfield says the queue for the pies. Colin from Newport Pagnell says the pies. Ian from MK1 says the bench. Bless him. Steve from the Lake says people leaving before the end. There's a serious response there. We don't get those very often. Keith from Winslow says what Steve from the Lake said. And Diane from Scousland says the chili baguette ciabatta is very messy.
I've also got one here from David in Westcroft, who says, watching an MK Dons game is like wondering when you drop the toast whether it'll land on the buttered side up or the buttered side down. The suspense in both cases absolutely kills me.
Excellent.
I'm sure we can all agree on that one.
I've never had a Don's butter analogy going on before, so that's kind of positive.
There's a first for everything.
Another few ones that have been coming in. What do we got? David Carr says, hi guys and Mr... Oh, this isn't actually a direct answer to that, but he's saying we're nice, so I'll read that one out. It says, hi guys and Mr. Jers. I'm not quite sure what that means, but hi guys and Mr. Jers.
Take that any day of the week.
Just like to say how much I enjoy your show and normally listen via download. Keep up the good work. James Darcy says, his question... his answer to the question of the week: the steward's trying to get everyone to sit at the back of the cowshed while everyone stands up again 5 seconds later.
It has to be done though. By law.
We'll perhaps explain that one why that happens later on.
Have we seen that this season though?
Is it not happening?
Not from where I'm stood anyway.
Sitting in the family area where we don't do this.
Where you stood, I've noticed.
Yeah. Actually, you've got a cushy place, haven't you?
Yeah, very cushy. Thank you.
Except you'd sit too near Kaiser, but it's
well.
yeah. And another one. Is this from? This is Camden Paul saying, just a quick one. Do they sell those drone? No, this is not the drone cam. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. Do they sell those drone things down in southwest London? Do I need a pilot's license to fly one? Hashtag I got an idea. Excellent one. Yeah. So look, let's just have a quick round the table. Actually, we are the great and good of the MK Dons supporters. What's the word I'm looking for? Community, or something like that. What are your gripes?
Calamities, probably.
Yes, the calamity. What's your gripe? What is your big complaint about the MK Dons? Sorry, at the MK Colon Stadium. I can't speak tonight. What's your gripe?
Moaning.
I'll have to have a think. You know what I'm like? I'll come up with something in about 10 minutes.
Okay,
time.
we'll come back to you. Adam, anything from you? Particular gripe about the match day experience?
No, I like the matchday experience.
Uh-huh.
But if I've got a gripe about anything, it's about the number of fans we take away. I'd love to see more.
Okay, thank you. Different question, but I appreciate you answering it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Modders?
Like I said, moaning. People moaning constantly. Whether you're winning 5-1, whether you're winning 4-0, whether you're losing 3-1, whatever.
Yeah.
Moaning.
Is this Kaiser?
Could very well be.
just checking. I mean, there may be a link here between the person you'd stand with and that. Young Albie, sir.
Probably quite similar to Modders, the moaning. I wouldn't quite say of the fans, because I do get on with a lot of fans, but whenever there seems to be something that's remotely just normal football, as in terms of just a defeat, like the Bradford one a few weeks ago, it's meltdown. I've never liked that. I think just keep the momentum going, get behind the team and that, but one look at the Facebook page says otherwise.
Yeah.
Did you say Miss Meltdown? Is
this a new one?
Yeah.
I probably did. I probably did, but we all know what my vocabulary is like, so let's not even begin to question that.
I've not noticed it. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just say mine is the queues for drinks at half-time. It's still...
no.
I keep getting told every time I mention this to people at the club that there aren't any queues for drinks at half-time.
I have a technique for that, mate.
What's your technique for
My
that?
technique is to leave at 42 minutes.
That's the next thing on my list of people who really annoy me.
That leave at 42 minutes.
Yeah.
That gets on everyone's nerves.
I have a very similar technique. And then stand behind Eden whilst putting the sugar in my tea.
My thing is lack of fans, to be quite honest. When the place is full, it's such a better match day experience for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But having said that, when we played Man United, quite a lot of people goes, "Oh, what was it like to see the place full?" And I goes, "Well, I was concentrating on the match so much that you're aware that there's more people there, but it wasn't like as if it was, God, this is great." So that and people shouting how terrible David Martin is.
Yeah.
That's me, by the way, shouting at him.
But you can still hate it,
I
even
can't
if it's
hate
you.
myself,
Definitely, yeah.
I'm full of self-loathing, me, as everyone that knows me can attest.
I don't like Scottish people at the stadium.
Oh, controversial.
Hang on a second. Say that once more.
I said I don't like Scottish people at the stadium. Wow. I look forward to next week for my father's text.
Yes. See, it's just we don't have to write anything. It just keeps writing itself. Quick response to Camden Paul's drone thing. Dan McCallum said, "If you do that, I'll fly a camera down to your flat when you've fallen asleep in front of Babe Station again." I'm not sure if we're giving away trade secrets here or anything.
Dan doesn't like us bullying AFC Wimbledon anymore.
Yeah,
since he's met his friend
crossed
Tom, he
over.
doesn't like us bullying them.
He's got a
He's
grown-up
gone.
friend.
Left the dark side and gone to the light side.
Yeah. Which is the dark side, really. Or is it the beige side? I don't know. The grey side.
Can I just pull us back to what Jill said? Because when Ghana played at the stadium, they only had 4,000 fans, and it was absolutely mental.
Stunning.
It was so loud.
Yeah.
4,000? I thought there was...
Yeah, there wasn't that many.
Really?
But
I didn't go to the match, but I heard that there was.
I thought it was more than that, to be honest.
No,
But I remember being in it, and it was great.
There might have been about 6, but I think Ghana themselves only bought about 4,000.
Right.
But they didn't bother with the seats, which I think was interesting.
Yeah. Yes, no one made him sit down. They couldn't. They were dancing too much.
Stewards couldn't walk up the aisles that day.
But just for those of you who've tuned in purely to get ready for Mr. Darren Hoy, I have to tell you, unfortunately, there's no live show coming from Darren tonight. He's sick as a dog. And I'm under instructions to tell Albie not to make him laugh too much with the M&S moment, because he fears he may have an accident in bed. So, yeah, okay. Look, as the show's almost finished and we've got to minute 3 on the script, should we pick up and do some other things?